I know it's kind of tough to talk about moral victories when you come so close, but this has got to kind of feel good, right? Just putting up that
Yeah,
kind
it
of a
gave us
fight.
some confidence just because we drove the ball so much. You'd like to see a little more explosive plays. But I think just us being able to drive the ball on those guys, with their success on defense the last couple of years, it gave us some confidence for sure. So it just sucks when you get down there and you're so close and no one expects you to do it, and you just don't pull it out. So it definitely left a salty taste in our mouth, kind of like Montana State last year.
Was there something about Wyoming's defensive approach that you guys, felt you could exploit maybe early?
I mean, no, they're really good. I just think we played really good, played really hard up front. I think our O-line played better than they have all year. And that's kind of credit to a bunch of our scout guys. I think this year our scout guys are getting a lot better look. But yeah, they definitely looked like Tarzan. And they played like Tarzan too. So they were good. They were long. I think 30 is one of the best guys I've played in my career. He was a force, but it just sucks because we played so good. We just got to score touchdowns. That's the biggest thing. We kept the ball for a lot of the game, helped our defense out. We just got to score touchdowns.
What can you take from that game to use for Easter?
Confidence. Confidence we can play with that type of team. And it's a whole different team. It's a whole new week. So, we played the guys last year, but it's a brand new team. They got a lot of guys that aren't returning back. Unfortunately, you'd like to play that team last year just because they left a sour taste in your mouth. But we got to get ready for this game, I think. Our guys are really hyped up. We haven't had this type of energy around the building for this type of game in a long time, especially at home. Hopefully a lot of people come out to the game to support, but we're really fired up for this game. It's an understatement, probably.
Does this feel like a different Eastern team than in the past?
I mean, you don't know that until you take the field.
From what you've seen so far in film?
Yeah, they've played, Washington, Lindenwood, and Jacksonville State. Those are all three different caliber teams, and different type of teams. So we'll know when we take the field. We've studied them a lot this offseason. Studied them a lot these past 2 days. So I'm mentally ready. I think probably this is the most prepared I've ever been for a game. But no, I'm ready for it. Our team's ready for it. Should be games like it.
In what ways do you think the offense is more well equipped this year rather than last year to handle a team like Eastern Washington?
I think we just got to match the intensity. I think last year, the first drive of the game, we drove right down the field. We fumbled. Second drive, we drove right down the field, and they stopped us on a 4th and 1. And no matter what X's and O's, they just out-hit us last year. Yeah, there's just a bunch of guys flying around their side of the ball, and we weren't flying around our side of the ball. You can go down to X's and O's, but I think they really just out-hit us and punished us. So I think we're going to take the field kind of like we did at Wyoming, having a lot of courage, being tough, and not getting out-hit. We're going to hustle and kind of the same things we did at Wyoming. Can't definitely look at the X's and O's, but I think we're going to bring that intensity like Wyoming. So.
Big Sky games being what they are, this could very well be a shootout.
It definitely could.
Big Sky football is
definitely high scoring. But I think we kind of found our identity last year, or not last year, but last week. With the exception of let's get some more bigger plays this week. Definitely can take some shots. But I think our defense played really well when we had the ball the whole half. It's kind of hard to play well on offense when you're not on the field. So we ran the ball pretty good. They were a very good team last week. It's going to be another good team this week. We just got to bring the intensity also. But yeah, it could very well be high scoring. And if it's not, you still got to find a way to win. And if it is, you still got to find a way to win. So it matters.
Could you unpackage that identity a little bit? Is it just, or offensively, I'm guessing it's drain the opposing offense's momentum?
It kind of determines the first couple of drives of the game, see how the game goes. You don't really know how it's going to be. You saw us win a couple different ways last year. And you saw us win, Central, we kind of just had to outscore them. North Dakota was kind of back and forth. It felt like last week that we had the ball. Let's keep the ball. Let's keep their offense off the field. And they had that one big play, and we kicked field goals. I think that was the biggest difference last week. So you kind of see the first couple of drives what the game's whatever it is, we got to win. So that's the biggest thing.
Is your week different this week because you are the starter rather than the co-starter?
I've kind of, had the view that I've been, me and Colton have had the view that we've been the guy the past 2 years. I don't think going into a week where you think, oh, I'm going to share time, I don't think you prepare as well. So I've kind of had the mindset that, I got to prepare like I am the guy, no matter what it was the past 2 years. So I don't think that'll change, but you stay in longer. I guess that's the only difference. But I don't think that much really will change mindset-wise. I think if it did, we'd be in trouble. I'd be in trouble. But for me, it won't, for sure.
Is it a weight off the shoulders at all, though, not having to deal with that or anything?
Do you feel like, though, like last week at Wyoming, when you're in the entire game, you're never coming out to sit, do you feel like you have, better command of the offense? Do you think things are flowing more smoothly?
No. I think we both do things really well. It's just kind of a tricky topic to talk about, to be honest. Like, it doesn't really feel like it. You're just in the game line. You don't really think about, oh, God, if I don't make this play, I'm going to get taken out. It doesn't really go through your mind. I got to execute this play, and I got to see the defense. I got to take notes on the sideline. Whoever goes in, goes in. So that's kind of the mindset I think we've both been thinking about these last 2 years.
What were your thoughts on that catch Hayden had when you were on the field?
That was crazy. They had some big defensive linemen, so I didn't really see it. But I saw a whole sideline rip. I'm like, well, he probably caught it. I saw on the scoreboard, I'm like, oh my God, he caught it. We got to get a play call in. But my initial reaction was, let's get a playoff so they don't review it. And of course, right after I thought that, they blow the whistle. But I was joking with DJ Lee. I'm like, gosh, I've thrown 400 pass attempts. It only takes you 1 to get on Sports 10 top 10. So good for him. Good for my Champaign brother. But yeah, it was pretty incredible. Hats off to him. Definitely have to get him. He's been on the field a lot these last 2 weeks. It's just going to be his time. Of course, that play was designed to go to him, but he's going to have a great career here. So it's a good start, first catch for him, for sure.
Eastern's defense, are they going to try and hit you the same way as last year, or do you see any differences in that?
They play hard. It was obviously I had one leg hit, but they play hard. They're coached well. They run around. It's a bunch of new guys, so just their coach probably teaching them the same thing: play hard, play with intensity. I've been hit by all sorts of teams these last 2 years. They don't really hurt. So.
What's the biggest challenge with their defense?
They just play with a lot of intensity. They play hard, no matter who's in. I think last year they had a bunch of seniors that took the field believing they were going to win. I still think that's the case when you build a program like that. It just carries through the next year. They believe they're going to have success. I think that's what we really believed last week. So I think we just got to keep that up. And they have some talent. There's a reason they were runner-up last year. So just got to get after them.
When you're moving laterally, can you characterize their defense as, or do you know that, okay, I'm moving laterally, when push comes to shove, they're coming at me or they're going to cover?
You kind of get some tendencies down, like, all right, so if I attack this guy, he's going to come. It's kind of a game feel more likely. If you attack guys downhill more, even when you're running laterally, they'll most likely come up or come down. I think a couple times last week, I was too laterally. I didn't make guys come force me. Should have thrown the ball away, of course, a couple times last week. But I think when I was scamming, I need to be more vertical instead of lateral. But it's more of a game type feel for sure.
Anything else here?